it's wrong for women to, make the decision to submit to their spouses. Even though, people are misconstruing what submission is. Submission to me is, I think, taking a secondary role in accepting leadership into your life, because you have a lot of women who've never had male leadership in their life and they don't know what it's like. Now, they will listen to their boss. They'll do whatever he says. And I'm going to get to that, because there was an interesting article I came across. And we're going to get to black women, man. There was a white CEO that admitted that, yes, I love hiring black women because, what did he say? He said, because they're less selfish, and we all know what that means. Okay. So make sure y'all like the stream. You got these females who are willing to submit to their bosses, but they won't submit to the man they're sleeping with. Let's see who's here early. And shout out to Ill Wills with the super chat. To salute Jaye, TGIF, a little something for the tip jar from me and my brother at True ATLN. Let the work emails back up. I'm already in Friday mode. Let's get it. Have a good broadcast. Appreciate that, Ill Wills. All right, shout out to Ricky E245. Say Fantasia is not wrong, bro. The only men that some black women will submit to is non-black men. I agree with that, Ricky, and I'm going to get into it because, again, I came across this article where this white CEO admitted that, yes, I love hiring black women because they're less selfish. They're willing to submit to his leadership. Okay? They're willing to submit to his leadership. All right, let's see who's here. True ATLN, Nubian Life, Lettuce, Satan, Vern, Elbert, Saliva, Gerard, let's see, Johnny, Sadia, B1, First Intellectual, Beth, see, Ill Will, La Original, Jermaine, Izargon, Ian Miles, Purple Rain, K Win, Nay West, what's going on? Darian, Deborah, China White, I see you. David, what's good? Be Friends, what's up? Angela, William, Kwame. Aldis, Shy, Jazzy, W. Basilla, that's how you say your name. All right, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Rams fan was good. Underground Zone, what's up? Gerald was good. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the mods. Mods, What's good, Shanjar? I see you. Now, I want to get to something first before I get started. Shout out to Shy, Ezeke. Salute to Jay. Don't hold back on these boppers. Now, I'm not going to hold back at all. But I want to get to something first. The live stream that I did a couple days ago, y'all know I put it on Patreon. I'm going to put the stream clip up either today or tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. And there was this beta male that left this long comment because he didn't like the fact that people donate to my live streams. What's good, Renee? Now, I've seen this guy before, disgruntled in my chat rooms and comment sections on my other channel. And what I want to know from you dudes who watch my videos and you get upset because people donate to me, you don't have to watch me. Every content creator is going to get donations, whether you like it or not. You can't get mad because people want to support that person. But this guy, and he's a black male, of course, he's so disgruntled and wants to call what I'm doing panhandling. Because he has no talent whatsoever. No one cares about him. He's irrelevant. He has to work for people he hate. And because of that, they get disgruntled when they see other people do what they want to do and people support what they do. I never understood this. But you guys show women, especially black women, every single day why they don't want to submit to guys like you. Because you have this beta male effeminate spirit that causes you to attack other men for literally no reason. If you don't like what I'm doing, what I'm saying, all you have to do is unsubscribe. Why would you leave? Why would you sit there and post a long comment message to somebody you don't like? That literally makes no sense. But I've seen this from these guys. This is why I tell y'all, this ain't just a male platform, because I see too many males act like females. So I might as well open it up to the females. Shout out to Ill Wills again. Get up, set chumps, beta male enabled. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I'm like, if you don't like what's going on, leave. But everybody who has a platform worth a damn is getting donations, sir. I was getting donations before I even got anything from AdSense. That's how much people appreciated what I was doing. But when you don't have any talent and nothing to say, you're going to be upset. Move on with your life. Why don't you go see what your wife or girlfriend is doing if you have one? Stop worrying about what people are doing that you don't know. But you have a bunch of weak males. These would be the same guys who, complain about women, but they are the type of men women don't want to submit to. Because you're weak, you're a coward, you're effeminate, you're lame, you're sorry. Why would they want to submit to you? When they see that you're basically, I guess, male, but you act like a female, that's why they don't want to submit to us, man. Because of guys like you, leaving long messages. I didn't even read them. I read a little bit of the message. I say, man, this guy is a complete clown. I bet if he does have a woman, she's probably cheating on him right now, because women know a man with female tendencies a mile away. They do. And that's why my platform is open to people that support me. As long as I have dudes and females who are upset at my content, I think I'm in the right space. I don't want to be to where only this side of people dislike what I'm doing. Then I'm not doing something right. I need to be in the middle. I need to be balanced, because balance is what keeps the world balanced. Without balance, everything turns upside down. Get some talent, learn how to gain a skill that people will want to support, What's good, Medley? All right. Shout out to Saliva. Like you said, every content creator gets donations. Absolutely. And I don't hate on none of them. This platform is big enough for pretty much everybody who wants to be on it, who wants to put content out there. I just think that we have a bunch of guys who are just jealous hearted. They're the type to turn on you. And I'm going to do a video. I'm going to put it on this channel about these fake friends, about these jealous hearted friends. And we going to get into that, because there's a lot of jealous hearted guys out there that are looking to stab you in the back. And a lot of you brothers need to be prepared for that, because you have to cleanse your circle every once in a while. Because some of these guys will get complacent, and some of these guys will think that, you owe them something. We really don't owe them shit. But anyway, let's get to the topic, people. Shout out to everybody coming into the chat. Make sure y'all like the stream. We're really going to get into it. Once I'm done with the commentary, I will take phone calls, okay? We'll take phone calls. Now, when I produce my video on Fantasia, the video right now has over 37,000 views on my other channel. It's got over 1,000 likes, over 1,000 comments. I think it's almost 2,000 comments. You know, there's been a lot of engagement on that video, and I appreciate that, you know. And I think that from what I saw, not only from my comments, but from other comments, there were women who were upset because she dared to say that, you know, women should submit to the men that they're with. Even though our perspectives change and we grow and we, you know, we gain perspective, we tend to, we tend to, as people, learn from our mistakes. Now, I want y'all to understand something. When I make video content, I make it from a male perspective, a red pill perspective, okay? That's the purpose of me producing these particular type of videos, is to speak on it from my perspective. Just like when women make content, they speak on it from a female's perspective. You know? Shout out to Darren. I don't have a circle. I have a moon chest. Okay. Salute to you. And there are women who are watching that video who may, you know, they're going to be upset at Fantasia. They're probably going to be upset at me for pointing out how she exposed the issues that is going on with these females who are single, who are perpetually single. We have a problem with when it comes to single women. There's a lot of single women out here. There's a lot of women who just struggle dating. And with Fantasia, you know, being in the same position they were in, and having the same issues dating wise, you would think that they say, you know what, I may not agree with everything she said, but you know what, she had a point. But what people want to talk about is they want to talk about, you know, she can't read. She dated a married man. That's what they want to bring up. Some of them believe we're talking about her looks, even though she has a better body than most of the women complaining about her. That's what's funny. And she has a man who put a ring on it. Okay? She has a man that she's happy to be with. And trust me, if a woman is happy to be with a man, she's going to do whatever that man wants. If a woman is happy with the guy that she is with, she will do anything he wants. And she's in that situation where she's happy with the guy she's with. But you have women out there that ain't happy because they're too busy dealing with ex-boyfriends or baby daddies they can't let go. They're trying to control his life. So they get on social media and they have this mindset of, I'm not going to let no man control my life, but you want to control other people's life. You know? Now, again, I'm not saying that Fantasia is perfect. I'm not saying that she is not without fault. But again, the people who go through the worst things are usually the people who have the best perspective when it comes to what they're trying to help y'all in as far as finding a man. I'm pretty sure that she has plenty of single friends. She has plenty of single friends who can't get a man, who she talks to on a day-to-day basis, who tell her how they're struggling when it comes to dating. I don't think she's trying to hurt y'all feelings, but y'all feelings was definitely hurt. And it's sad to see that me, as a guy that some of you females don't like, and you claim I don't like women, especially black women, I was able to say, you know what, I agree with what she's saying. I don't think she's saying anything wrong or harmful. I think she's speaking from life lessons. You know, life lessons are learned, you know. So I want people to understand something. I feel like it's going to get even worse when it comes to dating for women because they don't listen. No matter how many books they read, no matter how many dating coaches they speak to or listen to, they're not listening. They're not listening. Because the women that are complaining the most are probably women who dated a guy and they put their all into that relationship, And that guy basically, deserted them. He basically used them, and those women never recovered from that. But again, that's where you take that time to find the guy that you want to be with. Listen, there are going to be pitfalls when it comes to relationships. Now, when the whole submission thing, the thing about submission is that I don't think when she's speaking on submission, she's mean, kowtow to the man you're with. She just means play your feminine role. What's wrong with taking a feminine role in a relationship? So you think you're just gonna be decision makers and co-leaders of the household? I mean, if that's what you want to do, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up trying to pull rank on him, and it's not gonna work. That's why you have to choose a guy who is a decisive leader. Listen, all of us can recognize leadership qualities in people. Women should understand leadership qualities better than anybody. They should be able to recognize a leader probably quicker than us men do, especially when it comes to men. But we have women who've bought into feminism, and they really believe that everything's supposed to be 50-50, even though they claim they don't want to pay 50-50 of bills, but they want a 50-50 relationship. Like, what does that even mean? Like, you have to choose what you want. You either want the guy to take care of you, or you want to be 50-50. But you can't say, I don't want a 50-50 financial relationship, but I want a 50-50 when it comes to, leadership of the household. When you're the most indecisive of both of them. You want to spend money. You want to go on a couple of different vacations every month that costs a lot of money. You don't want to prepare, and you don't want to save, and you don't want to work towards building a solid foundation. You just want to stunt on Instagram for a couple of weeks. Now, again, I hope that especially a lot of melanated women understand this. You need to listen to women who are married. Stop seeking advice from people that ain't got no man and thinking that that's going to work. No, you need to understand the perspective, again, of somebody who was single for a while, who was in and out of, dysfunctional relationships, and finally was able to find somebody before the age of 40. Okay? Because there's a lot of women that are either teetering towards 40 or at 40, and they still can't find nobody. And it's not like, they're just running into the wrong guys. It's because you're choosing the wrong guys. You're going off of, you got women that are stuck dating the same type of guys they dated in high school. There's just no growth. Or even after high school, let's say they're in their early 20s, when they go out to clubs or when they were in college, they're still stuck on dating those type of guys. Okay? There's no growth. There's no, looking towards the future. It's like, how can I stunt on Instagram with this guy more than, how am I going to build with this guy? That's where we're at. Because as soon as one of these chicks get into a relationship, they got all these photos with this guy. And then a couple weeks later, them photos is gone. So you just wasted your time with this guy, putting them all out there, and now you ain't with him no more? And what's even more damaging is that you got females that will get pregnant by a guy, and once the baby is born, or before the baby is born, you end up breaking up with the guy. So now you a single mom. No hindsight at all. None. You just thinking about yourself in that moment. And here we are. We're at the crossroads, ladies. You either gonna learn from your mistakes, or you're gonna keep repeating them. That's why men would rather be single than get in relationships, because they don't want to make the same mistake over and over and over and over and over. But women are willing to continue to make mistake after mistake after mistake, just so they can stunt on social media with their new guy. Just so they can have somebody, because they don't like to be alone. And you probably a single mom, so your kids have to deal with you bringing different men in and out of their life, which is even more damaging. You have to understand the way society is. You have to understand that there are people who have learned mistakes. They learned from their mistakes, and they want to help others, but they don't have to. They really don't. They don't have to do anything. A lot of married women could just go on about their life. They don't have to do nothing for you. They can just see y'all. They can just watch y'all continue to show more and more pity towards yourself. You know? No growth whatsoever. None. And it's always going to be somebody else's fault because of that. Because you weren't able to choose the right person. And y'all got to understand, life will go on whether you choose somebody or not. You can't sit up there and be angry, at men and say, I'm not going to submit to you. You haven't built anything. You're not protecting and providing. That's because you're not looking for those qualities in the men that you're seeking. You're just seeking somebody who may look the part. You're seeking somebody who physically may suit, the biggest need for you. But after that, then what? Then what? You're going to be single again. You're going to be like one of these women talking about how Fantasia can't read, or, she dated a married man. But you've probably done the same thing. There are plenty of women who are criticizing Fantasia who's probably dated married men multiple times. And they pretend like they're not looking at that ring finger. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you can't notice a guy is married and you done been around him for days, months, weeks, then you're obviously overlooking that for a reason. Shout out to Kwame Hargrove. Social media and feminism has been the death blow to what's left of black womanhood. I agree with that, man. And they have swallowed feminism to the point to where they don't want to change. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that they don't want to change. They think that it's up to us to do all the changing. Something's wrong with us. But I think there's a lot of guys who are happy being single. Okay. But there's a lot of women who ain't happy to be single. So if a guy is unwilling to change, it's because he doesn't care. He's not looking to be in a relationship, but you are. Shout out to Darren Nelson again. Black women were the beta testers of feminism. And look at it now. What's good, Sean? Well, look at them now. They've truly embraced it. They've truly embraced it. Make sure y'all like the stream. I done said enough. I'm about to go ahead and get these phone calls started. I'm not going to be doing too much talking. Y'all call in. Change that up. There we go. That's the thing, man. Feminism doesn't work. We've all seen it. There's no end goal for it as far as just tearing things down, whole communities destroyed as far as the male leadership. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Black, man, hey, it's a privilege to be on this stream, man. I just want to give you a shout out, man. You're the real deal. I've been following you for about 2 years, man.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the shout out, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, real talk, man, you dropping a lot of gems right here, man. I love black women, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up around a lot of dysfunctional ones. And a lot of brothers, we see that, and we don't want our seeds to grow up around that. Like, why would you want to plant a seed with a woman that has that mindset? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so real talk, man. Yeah, like a lot of sisters, man. It's a shame that they even turn on one of their own, a dark skinned black woman. They've got a man too, because you know a lot of dark skinned sisters want to hate, and I'm a dark skinned brother. I already know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she a dark skinned sister that's one that's got a good man that's taking care of her and stuff like that. So I mean, they should be giving her shout outs, but that's against the agenda. You know what I'm saying? The agenda is dark skinned black sisters can't find a good man. And then if they do find a good man, of course, they don't want to submit to him. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I have to say, man. I'm at work actually talking to you, man. I'm on lunch break. But, hey, shout out, man. Shout out to all the people in the chat, too.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for calling on your lunch break.
No problem, man. One love. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, shout out to Medley with the super chat. Medley, I appreciate that. Mod and member in the chat. I'm gonna get me some shirts for this channel, like for like the chat, like the chat elite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Melly, man. Nah, that was a brother. That called in. All right. Make sure y'all like the stream. I got the lines open. All right. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Chris out of that town, Circle City. I like to say, man, great show. And I understand what Fantasia's saying. She's saying, you ain't got to go along with no BS, but let a man be a man, and for years of, government oversight and all this, like women had to play both roles. So they don't understand. The dude kind of want to be hard, like he's a frontline defense on anything before it comes to his woman, and that's what she's saying. And other thing is, I didn't know her body was banging like that, man. That's awfully exciting, man. A lot of these girls, they cute from the neck up, but they just ain't exciting like that. So I agree with Fantasia. Let a man be a man as long as he ain't on no far out BS. You gotta let a guy be a guy, and you gotta work as a team rather than just trying to do it yourself. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Thanks for letting me chime in, and great show, man. Keep up the good work.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. No problem.
All right. Shout out to you. Second caller of the day. All right. Let's see. Yeah, like the stream, people. I will keep this up. I will keep this live stream up, so you ain't gotta worry about that, because I won't be streaming Saturday and Sunday. Even though I could change my mind about Sunday, but I'll just leave this up. So if you are listening and you can't chat, or you yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
It's Black Money, and I'm just getting into this discussion with Fantasia. Like, on one part, I do feel like, women, we're supposed to submit to our men. The problem with the black community is a lot of black women are broken, and then we choose broken men. And if you're choosing like that type of man, you really shouldn't be submitting to him, because you shouldn't even be with him. But if you pick the right guy, yeah, I do believe like a lot of us, we may even pick good guys, and then they still get treated kind of shitty because we haven't worked on ourselves enough to be with those men. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been listening to these other like pro-black, like the black bloggers, the black women bloggers, and like their argument is like she shouldn't be submitting to him because she makes the most money. I'm really stuck on that.
I seen that. Yeah, it's like But I see women submit to dudes who ain't got shit every day. You know? So it's like, you know, I mean, it's almost like they're trying to like make excuses in this situation, you know?
Yeah, that's really been the argument. Like, she makes the most money, and like if he wanted her to submit, then like I don't know, like basically saying like since she makes the most money, she should be the boss. That's basically the argument I've been hearing. But if he's going to be good to her and be good to their kids, and like, or they feel like, oh well, since he's not making the most money, then he can't lead the family.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's all in the dollar. Like, I mean, if your man is a piece of shit, he's a piece of shit regardless of the amount of money that he has in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? But if he's a good man and he's good to you and he's good to the kids, then I don't see the problem. Like,
yeah, because I believe they've been married since 2015. So it's like he's doing something for her that's helping her to the point to her wanting to submit to him. You know, and whether she's making more money or not doesn't seem to bother her at all. Like, she's willing to submit even if she is making more money, you know? You know?
yeah, I'm out.
Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to her for calling in. I had to make sure I watched the stream. You live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's good? Original, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm alright. What's up with you?
Nothing. I'm out here working. Today is my day off, but I'm out doing overtime getting that chicken. You know.
Okay. All right.
I'm a farmer.
You're a farmer? Okay.
Oh, but in reference to Fantasia, I don't think that there was anything wrong with what Fantasia said. I think that people have to understand what the term submit means. To me, submitting yourself to somebody, it doesn't mean you bow down to the person as if they're your master, but it's just that to me, submit means that both of you guys are attentive to each other's needs. You know what I'm saying? It's the term that I think people have a issue with, but people don't understand what the term means. Submitting to somebody does not mean bowing to them like they're your master. But if you're in a relationship with a man, yeah, it is his role to lead. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with salary. If I'm dating a guy and if I'm married and I make more than my husband, he's still the man of the house. It doesn't matter if he makes $50,000 and I make $100,000. He's still the man of the house because God said so. When I come home, regardless of who makes what, at the end of the day, he's still the king of castle. You know what I'm saying? That the finances don't take anything away from anybody. It's still honoring him as the head of the household. And him being the head of the household, that doesn't mean that you don't have any input on what goes on in the household. You guys both live there. So yeah, you're going to have some input about how the house is run. Houses tend to run a lot better when there is a female with some type of input. I don't think that there's anything wrong with what Fantasia said, because if you are a wife, you are supposed to submit to your husband. And in a way, your husband submits to you too, in terms of he's supposed to be faithful and you guys are supposed to honor each other. My only issue is it's not with the message. I agree with the message. It's the messenger. Because Fantasia was sucking and fucking on somebody's husband. Yeah. A couple years ago, you were submitting to a man that was not yours to submit to. That's my only issue with what she said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here riding the carousel, and this man got a whole wife, and you want to talk about submit. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with what you said, but it's just like when T.I. gives relationship advice. It's like, nigga, shut up. Like, you can't say, you couldn't stick with Tiny if somebody super glued that hole to you. So I don't want to take relationship advice from you. I would prefer to take relationship advice from somebody who is actually mimicking what a healthy relationship and the ideal relationship, you know, from a biblical aspect, what the ideal relationship is supposed to be. You can't be out here being, you know, committing adultery and helping somebody commit adultery, and you want to drop gems. It's just like, nah, I'm good. Because they're not really gems, they're rhinestones.
That's why I said her perspective, like, she's been through it. Like, she's done everything a female could do as far as, you know, the type of situation she's been in, for her to actually be able to give them that type of advice. I can see if she'd never been in those situations, but she has.
That's true, but you don't, like, this is the thing. I've lived and I've learned a lot in terms of relationships. You know, I really did. But I don't have to, but once again, I'm not going to take advice from somebody who was smashing somebody else's husband, because technically you're a hoe. Just because there was a man who was willing to look past that and marry you and have faith in you, hoping that, because you got to remember, you know, people can change. I believe that people can change, but I would be very wary of messing with somebody who was messing with a married person, or somebody who was cheating or has cheated, because how do I know you're not going to do that to me? If you didn't have any respect for that marriage, how do I know that you're going to have respect for yours? But once again, people learn, people can change, you know. But once it's not the message, it's just the messenger. I'm not going to take relationship advice from a woman who was a proud side bitch, and you got sued by his wife. That's just my whole thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with what she said. And the thing is, with women, you know, you got to make sure that you have a man that's worth submitting to.
Right.
If you got a man and he's honest with you, he's faithful to you, he's responsible, he does everything that a man is supposed to do, why would you not want to submit?
Yeah.
Why would you not want to submit? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Submit and suck a dick, you know what I'm saying?
I said, like, you know,
but yeah, like, I mean, it's all about picking the right person. So yeah, I don't have an issue with what she said.
Okay.
And she's right. But at the same time, as a man, you have to be the type of man that a woman should want to submit to, and you have to know your worth, because there are some women who they're going to get a good man and they're not going to appreciate him. And once you know your worth and you have some type of standard, you know what not to settle for. Nobody's perfect, you know. But at the same time, if somebody blatantly doesn't respect you or they don't value what you bring to the table, then you know that you need to remove yourself and go find another table to sit at. So, you know, there are good men out here. Men, you know, there are men out here that are good. I just feel like everyone, male or female, you just have to know your worth. You know, and if you're a good person, God willing, you'll find somebody that will value you, even though that's very hard nowadays because people are trash.
Yeah.
That's just my little spiel. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, thanks, Laura, for calling while you're busy. I appreciate it. All right.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Shout out to Laura for bringing in her thoughts on this. I see you, Jessica. What's up? Shout out to everybody coming into the chat room. Make sure y'all like the stream. I saw a comment. Let me see. She said that Mandy says that you should submit to husband, not just any man. I don't think she says submit to any man. I think she was saying, you know, if you're married to somebody or you're going to marry them, yes, submit to them. I don't think that she would say submit to just any guy, you know. I think you submit to a leader. I think if a guy's shown leadership qualities and actually wants to be with you, then if a woman submits to him, there's no problem with that, because he's shown that he can be a leader and you want to follow him, you know? But people misconstrue things and try to make it seem like men are just trying to control and run women, which is not the case. You know, I actually appreciate women that want to go out there and work and build their own. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. This is I'm all for women being able to work and do whatever they want to do, you know? So I wouldn't be trying to control no woman, but I would want her to follow my leadership if I know I'm going in the right direction, and not be challenging me every 5 fucking minutes, and not trying to, you know, confront me in front of other people and try to belittle me. I wouldn't want to be in those situations. Like, you should know what a leader is. Got a lot of women dating guys who ain't leaders at all, have no leadership qualities, none, and they still having kids with these guys. You know, you know. Got a lot of guys who just ain't trying at all, and they ain't got no problem getting no women. I think that's become a huge issue. Dudes ain't even trying. They ain't trying to do nothing. Nada. You know? And they have no problem getting one of these women to not only date them, but, you know, get pregnant by them. Ain't got no problem. Take some more phone calls on this Friday afternoon. Hopefully everybody's Friday is good so far, you know. Hopefully having a good Friday. But yeah, that video I produced, it did cause, you know, quite a stir, you know, and I wouldn't want anything less to have happened, you know. I think a lot of my videos cause a stir. Or at least the majority of them. Like I had black women in my community tab upset because of the photo I chose for the thumbnail of the video I put on this channel yesterday. You know, and they was telling me, why am I not posting black women? And it's like, have you seen majority of my content, especially here? There's a lot of black women on my thumbnails. You know? I posted a video about struggle love. I posted the stream clip on struggle love. I posted the stream clip yesterday, and it has some people. It has some females, like females. They didn't like the thumbnail that I used for why struggle love only applies to men they don't want. I posted on this channel. Y'all can go and check it out. You know. Yeah, it's like I have plenty of black women in thumbnails. Like, what the hell? But it's like, it's always something. It's always something. You know what I'm saying? I think the women I was posting were like light-skinned or biracial a bit. No white women. But, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. You know? But again, we all need change. We all, at some point, especially when we get to a certain age, we got to focus on what can make us better people. You know, make us happy. We got to make ourselves happy at the end of the day. There's a lot of unhappy people out here. I see it on social media. There's a lot of unhappy people. This later on football season. Oh yeah. I think let me see. Michigan and Wisconsin is going to be a slow-paced Big Ten game. Auburn is going to do pretty good. What's good, Gemini? Can't win for losing. White people lurk here too. Yeah, I know white people be lurking. Jessica, you're not the only one. There's plenty of white people that be commenting. When I first started, I had a bunch of white people who will comment on my videos when I first started. A bunch of white dudes. Because, again, the manosphere that I was in was mostly white males. There was very few black males in that particular manosphere, you know. I was one of a few black males, and I had a lot of white subscribers that would comment, you know. Lacey, I think you're unhappy. You're in my chat room in your feelings. I think you're unhappy. I'm not unhappy at all. You know? I'm here. You're live with Jada Black. What's good? What's up?
Yo.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man?
Yo, what's good? I can hear you now. What's good?
Hey, Sid, driving home from work. Hey, man, I've been listening to your channel a lot, man. That's good fire, yo.
Thanks, man.
Very. Hey, but when I think about the Fantasia situation, you know, when you run into, females and you start talking about submissiveness, one of the first things that they bring up is that I'll submit to a man that submits to me. And I think to myself, I said, what? That sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, that's their life.
Like, you know, if you're a beta male, but alpha male is gonna completely, do the Heisman on you if it's something like that. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of these females got to get that masculine energy off of them and start doing some other shit. I don't know what they doing out there. I don't know what they eating. Maybe they eating too many cheeseburgers, all that flying they eat. But they got to do something different because it ain't turning out good for them. They closing down bridal shops. Wedding shops is at an all-time low. Yeah. And I think it's a direct reflection of the mindset of the modern-day liberal black female.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, like the live stream I did the other day about, they're saying that broke men are to blame for women not getting married. And like you said, there are bridal shops closing down because there's no business, so yeah, a lot has changed. And not to mention, man, millennials ain't buying diamonds no more. That shit ain't real.
Yeah,
no, they not. No, they not.
But at the end of the day, man, keep doing the good work, and I heard you.
Madden, which one? Madden 19 or Madden 20? Because I got the 20 on PS4.
Oh, I got the newest one. I got the newest one.
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I got the gaming stuff, man. I need to get on my gaming shit. I'm trying to do that soon, but I've been busy doing a lot of shit, man. But I am going to get on YouTube and start streaming. And if people want to do it with me live, all you got to do is email me your PlayStation. You call it PSNs and stuff like that. I add you, or you can add me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to do that soon because I want to do that. I'm itching to do some gaming. I am. So yeah, I was on Mixer the other day in D-Live. I'm like, man, they got. So yeah, man, I'm trying to do that soon myself.
Word. That's what's up, man. Hey, stay blessed, dog, and be easy.
All right, man. You too, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, no problem, Tom.
All right. Yeah, man. I am trying to do. I got a channel. I recorded myself streaming, gaming. What was it about? About 2 months. Was it 2 months ago? 3 months ago? I did a little bit of Fortnite and a little bit of Madden 19. And I'm gonna go back because I don't want to just start streaming and looking weak on the sticks. But yeah, I got a channel tucked away that I'm practicing. I'm gonna be practicing on, But what I plan on doing is like after I do live streams or something like that, I may send people over there to just stream with me, or just to watch me stream, But I definitely want to do that. Because I know I'm a hell of a gamer. I used to game so much, but after I started doing videos, I started gaming less and less. You know what I'm saying? I was on Mixer the other day too, watching. Oh, your son is on Mixer, Jessica. Okay, maybe you should get on there, Jessica. Get you a channel. Them dudes love women. They love female gamers over there on Twitch, especially Twitch. They love females over there. All you gotta do is wear a tank top or something like that. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna grow exponentially, Jessica. just a suggestion, Jessica, and any females watching. That's how it is. How it is on there. Play some Fortnite or play some 2K. Hey, Mr. Demigod, I'm about to go check. All right. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jay, this is Brittany B. Just calling in.
Okay. What's good, Brittany B? You there?
However, since we're speaking of Fantasia, I actually think that she is submissive because I don't think she knows how to be anything else. First of all, I just don't really respect their relationship. Just speaking on Fantasia, and I know like the fact that he's a felon, so maybe she feel like she can't do any better.
Okay.
Now she does say that he has his own business, but I do feel as though she is the taking care of him financially.
Okay. Hold on.
And
Hold on,
as a
Brittany B.
woman-
Hold on, Brittany B. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Demigod. I see your cash out, bro. I appreciate it. But there you go. I'm sorry. You go ahead, Brittany.
I feel as though Fantasia is taking care of him financially. And in that sense, I don't respect her, like, saying, like, oh, well, women should be submissive, which I do agree that women should be submissive. But if you're taking care of your man, I personally wouldn't be able to respect a man that I was providing for. That's just
So do you think that's why she's getting? You think that's why she's getting backlash?
Yeah, well, I think that people see it's a lot of like, you know, different things that people feel about the relationship, but that's my reason for the like how I feel. I haven't seen too many people speak on like her, but I know Fantasia can't. I mean, she couldn't read at first. I don't think she can count. Like, he's basically running her finances. So in that sense, like, I don't see how she can. Like I said, maybe she can't do better. Maybe she feels as though she can't do better. But you picked the felon. I just think that it's a scam waiting to happen, Jay. That's just how I feel.
They have
like,
been,
I feel like
but they have been married since 2015, though.
Yeah, but that's not even a long time these days. Like, you know, people have been married for 30, 40 years in the past.
Well, she seemed, listen, the way she was talking in that interview, man, that guy has, you know, he definitely, you know, has her feeling, you know, good about herself. You know, he's all over Instagram.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
but
definitely
there's probably other reasons why he has her feeling good because, you know what, like, Fantasia might have actually leveled up with him because if she couldn't do no better before and the men that she had dated were like fucking her over or she was dating married men, I saw people saying that she was with a married man. I don't really remember exactly that story, but if that was the case, then I guess she did level up. Everybody level up is different. So maybe she got somebody who actually like, you know, treats her well and, you know, but at the same time, he's running her finances, so I don't understand like how much of like a submissive woman she can be. But you know, that's just my opinion. Like, I wouldn't be able to be submissive to someone that I'm taking care of. Like, that's just me. Like, because I respect men who, you know, run their household, take care of things, you know, like I respect that. And if I'm putting all of my finances in to take care of him, then, I mean, she said he has a business, but I know that she's probably taking care of him. And I feel like she don't even probably see her money, maybe. She doesn't, I don't think she's running her finances.
Well, that's the thing, like, but again, we don't know what he bringing to the table, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's a reason to, okay, so aside from, you know, her being the breadwinner, right? Do you think that what she said has any validity to single women? Or women who have, do you think that what she said, despite her being the breadwinner, right? Do you think that for women who are seeking to be married, right? Or seeking to find love or whatever, that do you think that she had any validity to what she said?
I don't think, I see, that's the thing. Like, I just really don't think that I don't think she could be fully submitted. And I think that she's actually in public, she's submissive to him, but behind closed doors, she might not actually even respect him. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Brittany. Well, I appreciate the perspective, okay?
Okay.
Well, you was going to add something else?
Wait, say that again?
You was going to add something else?
You say you thought I was going to have something else?
No. Did you have anything else to add? Real good.
Oh, no, that's my opinion. And also I just want to say a disclaimer. I don't know behind closed door what their relationship is like, but this is just my opinion from knowing like Fantasia in the past and everything that she has, you know, like just knowing that she's not a very bright woman when it comes to like choosing men and things like that, and the fact that he is a felon. And I don't know. I just think that he's scamming her in some type of way, shape, or form. Okay. That's just my opinion, though. I can't. It's not law. So I just want to say before everybody start like coming at me thinking that what I'm saying is law. It's not law. It's just my opinion and me like evaluating the situation.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in, Brittany. All right.
All right, Jay. Thank you. Bye.
Right, bye. Shout out to Brittany. Brittany had her thoughts on it. Shout out to Terrell Torrance with the super chat. I appreciate that, Terrell. Call back in. I saw you on the line. The 6-4 number. Call back in. I think he really has something to say. I think he really has something to say. Now, Brittany B believes that, this could all just be a bit of a stage. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on with you?
Hey, Jay, this is Shan.
What's good, Shan?
Hey.
All right.
What's going on? I think there's a lag. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This is a slight lag on my end. But I just want to say that I think this for us black women in general, we do have an issue with submitting because we, as you know, it's already known that we've seen our mothers, our grandmothers, most of the time being strong, being on their own, and willingly wanting to play the mother and father role. Mm-hmm. So I am going to say that even for myself and even in my home with my spouse, in the beginning of our relationship, when he was making a lot of assertions of our future together and things that he was planning, and these are long-term plans, these are buying house, this is, wanting to travel to certain places together. It was, to me, it seemed like such a commitment that I really didn't know how to accept from someone, because I was so used to kind of always being the one that's suggesting things that I should do with another man. I'm the one in the relationship that's saying that, babe, we should do this, and in the 5 years I want to do this. But when you have a man that's telling you what his plans are for you and what your plan is in his life, it kind of makes you take a step back, because then you feel like you're kind of losing control. So I can get why a lot of us women, especially us millennial women, and even the women that were born in like the 70s and the 80s, like when this whole phenomenon of feminism was coming in, is that we get fearful of someone else taking the narrative of our life. And that is exactly where that's coming from. So with Fantasia, as I've seen some people saying that she can't give advice because she's made the wrong mistakes, okay, but we all made wrong mistakes in relationships. I've dated some guys in the past that I wouldn't even look twice at today, and that was just because at that age, at my maturity, that was what was available to me also in the area that I was in. So I didn't understand what a real relationship was in my early 20s. You don't understand these things, and when you're growing up in a certain environment, all you see is dysfunction. Majority of my friends, the way how they view love with black men is dysfunction. That's how they describe it. And sometimes what you ultimately hate, that's exactly what you attract. So the more they talk about how they hate these type of men, they don't want to deal with these type of men, they don't want to give their time or even have kids with these type of men, guess what? They got like 3-4 kids with those same type of men. Every time they date the same type of man. So that's only showing you that if you're going to ultimately hate something, you're going to ultimately also attract it. But if you're saying that I'm going to step outside of what I'm used to and what I've seen, and I want to date something different, something more, it doesn't have to be a different race. You got all types of black men within the black men spectrum. Like you don't have just one set of black men. But if you stay in a certain area, you are going to meet the same type of black man.
Right.
So I try to tell, like, once again, some of my friends that as well. But sometimes, as I've also said in the chat already, women that are in relationships and marriages, sometimes you're hesitant to even give advice, because then you have single women and single people who are going to act like and feel like you're boasting about your relationship, and then they're going to start picking out every flaw within your relationship. You know, even though those are flaws that you accepted, even though those are things that you've grown past, even though those are things that's not really a big deal to you, because it's like, okay, I've accepted this about this person. But because you are a person that we're willing to accept certain things, they will look at you and say, okay, who are you to start giving advice when your man has a kid over here, or your man does this, or even from men? Like, how you going to give me advice when your girl be out doing this, that, and the third? Okay, I understand what she does, but I'm telling you what a relationship is founded on. It's about understanding.
Yeah.
And because what works for me in my relationship, it may not work for you in your relationship, but the message still stands.
Right.
So, you know, all that about he's a felon and he got this. I seen something else about he got child support and he got other kids.
Yeah, they bringing up all his
That's
dirt.
None of your business.
Bringing up all his dirt. They're gonna start bringing out, you know, ex-girlfriends and all kind of shit now.
Yeah, now we're gonna know so much about his life just because of the one statement that his wife made, and I'm pretty sure he probably feels like she should have never said that, because all that's gonna start doing is start deteriorating their marriage if they let it. Because if they've been married this long and they didn't have any real issues and they still have that strong mentality, like this is how we stand in our marriage, and now they want to publicly explain to the world their newfound logic on love, which is really common knowledge on love and marriage. All you're doing now is opening for other people to come into your home, have an opinion about your life, and that's something that I had to learn to stop doing. I had to learn to stop on social media boasting or being. It's not even boasting. Sometimes you're just genuinely happy and you want to share with other people. Like, listen, this is what works for me. I see all these chicks asking about Sierra. Oh, what's the prayer that Sierra said? You gotta go give me the prayer, sis, that she said to get a Russell. Okay, but guess what? You may not attract a Russell. You may attract a Dante.
Right.
And Dante may not have Russell money.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that Dante's not a good man. That doesn't mean that he's not a good man because he can't get you invested with some football teams, and he can't take you to Thailand. He can't take you to, he can't buy you a house. Okay, he may not be able to buy those things, but that is the whole point of working together as two in a relationship. It's because if you are going to say, I'm going to be 50-50, then you should be able to go 50-50, but you should also understand that he is the man of the house, and there are going to be certain things you're going to expect him to do as a man of the house. And as a woman of the house, there are certain things that he's going to expect you to do as a woman of the house. And it just flows like that. And I feel like in my experience and at the age I'm at now, I am 29 years old, and I had to learn through my mistakes that I understand. I'm not going to say I understand because I am still grasping, but as I go, I look at other black married couples, not white, not Asian, because I'm not around those type of people. Right. I'm only around my people. I'm around Caribbean, African, and Black American people. That's all I see. And I pay attention to their marriages. I look at how the women carry themselves, how they act with their husbands, how they, just how they are together. And I promise you, there are more black marriages that are working. You may have your kinks, and I'm pretty sure everyone has a falling out. But there's more black marriages that are working that are not working. And we got to stop trying to make it seem like black love is just, it's only dysfunction. It's only fighting. It's only cussing. That's every marriage, every relationship. You're gonna hit rough roads. That's everything.
That's the thing. I just want to say this. Like, people don't want to figure out solutions. They just want to hop the fence, or they just want to make excuses and blame people. And they never can find the truth in any of that. And it's like, and when they realize that stuff doesn't work, now they're even more bitter. And they didn't realize the truth was always there. They just chose to skirt around it. They try to find a quick fix. And there's no quick fixes when it comes to relationships these days, because it's even harder to be in a relationship now than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Exactly. And I feel like even the women who are talking about she couldn't read, she couldn't do this. Yeah, but they're the same ones who will bump a R. Kelly track. He can't read to this day. Yeah. He can't read. And they're the main ones that are fans of his. So you can't sit here and talk about what people, and this is because of her upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know the real story of Fantasia. We got a glimpse of it when she did her little mini series on Lifetime, but you don't really know the real story of why at the age that she was at when she went to American Idol, she couldn't read. That is sad. You know, it's not that I look down on her. I look down on the fact of her stability and her foundation to where she's coming from. And I say, damn, you know, like, I got to be appreciative to where I'm coming from, because at least I had a chance to go to school. I had a chance to focus on school. You got people out here who don't have that chance. They thinking about money. They in ninth, 10th grade, and they got to go out there and make money. They're not worried about no going to school. They worried about how I'm going to get food in my house, how I'm going to make money. That's it. So I feel like, you know, it's really messed up that black women are stooping that low for a group of women that's always complaining about the media and how people are portraying us as not being individuals who can advance and be enlightened. And it's really sad to see how spiritually broken we truly are, because the minute someone says something that we don't agree with, we don't just turn the ear and say, you know what, I don't agree with that. I'm just gonna mind my business and I'm gonna move on. No, you gotta directly attack her struggle to be the woman she is today. She's like a millionaire. How can you sit here and still talk about how she can't read, how she's ugly, how she's this, that, and the third? She got a big mouth. Okay, but that big mouth has made her millions.
Yeah, she can count that money.
It's got her out of poverty.
I don't think she has a problem counting money when it comes to spending it. You know what I'm saying? But but Shan,
exactly.
And I was saying, I appreciate the call, man, but I want to make sure I get to one or two more callers. But thanks for calling in, all right, Shan?
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to Shan. You know, speaking on this, very passionate. I think every time Shan is called in, very passionate. Jay, you got a co-host or not? I don't know. You know, maybe. You know, I am doing the podcast on Spreaker, and I'm looking for a co-host. Maybe. You know, me and Shan. You know, maybe you can have some talks about that, because she can go. Shan can go. You know, when it comes to some of these topics, she can get very passionate. And that's what I like, because I'm a passionate person. So I like other passionate people. I don't like lethargic people or people that listen to other people and they take their points from them. You know. Yeah, man, I may get one or two more calls, man. Y'all call in. Y'all know what's crazy? I don't think anybody else called in while she was on. I think they were enamored by what she had to say. No problem, Shan. Did a good job on the call. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, like the stream, people. We got 165 people here. We want to show the disillusioned section of people that we all can listen to this and understand what's going on in the world as far as dating is concerned. All right. Okay. Antonio Brown just released from the Patriots. Really? Oh, let me check that out. Wow, they did cut him. Yep, they sure did. Oh, shit. I think that press conference over they got the bill. He's like, forget this. We ain't want no parts of this. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hi, Jay.
What is this, China?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes.
What's going on, man? What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Came inside the room. I just joined the room, but I seen the topic was about submission, and submission is kind of like my forte.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that. I'm kind of confused on the story. So the women are mad at her because she's telling women to submit to men, or she's telling women she submit to her man and they're mad. Which one is it?
Mm-hmm. Well, she spoke on being submissive to her husband, and there were women who did not take too kindly to that, and that's mainly been the discussion of that. She's chosen to submit to this guy who she may be making more money than she probably is, but she married him, so she's good with the guy. They've been together for a couple of years.
Oh, so it's more so like, huh? It's more so like women are upset that she submits to her
because
her husband?
she made the comments on an interview with the Breakfast Club. I did a video on it yesterday.
Yeah.
And she spoke about that, and there are women who are upset because they don't want to be submissive to any man. They are against what she's saying because she's basically giving advice to other women.
Yeah. My thing is on submission. I believe that a woman should submit to her man. I believe every woman should submit to her man.
Mm-hmm.
Every woman should serve their man, submit to their man, do exactly what their man say. And I also believe that not every woman can submit to every single man, because every single man is not a king. A woman should submit to a king, a righteous, masculine man. That's just like a woman submitting to Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like a woman should. I feel like a woman should submit to a masculine, small. I said small. a masculine. I'm getting nervous.
Nah, man, come on, man. Why you getting nervous?
I know, right? And I do live streams on my channel. Yeah. Oh my God. But a woman should submit to a masculine man, a leader.
Mm-hmm.
A man, a leader that will guide her, but she shouldn't submit to a Thuggo, Pookie, Ray Ray,
Mm-hmm. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Women should submit to men who are leaders, who show leadership skills. Women know a man who's a leader. Women know a man who's worth following. That's the type of guy you should be with. Not some guy you have to talk him into being a leader, or you have to push him to what he wants to do. He has to have that ambition and to do those things himself. And women end up with the guys who they don't have any passion for anything except sleeping around and not being very just wanting to take the easy route in life. You know what I'm saying? Not really reliable. Unreliable men. There's a lot of unreliable men who these women end up with, and they allow that one relationship to ruin, any chance of having any type of stable relationship.
Exactly. A lot of times, like, there are women out there, because I speak in a group, there are women out there that got in a relationship with the wrong man, and she submitted to that man, and that man just literally took advantage of her. And I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, Mm-hmm. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I'm just telling women, when you're in a relationship with a man, make sure the man is a leader. He has character. He guides you, leads you, teach you. And that's a man right there to take you in the right direction. Mm-hmm. Most women get in relationships with men, and the men lead through sex. Mm-hmm. Just because he's on your mind, and then a woman end up becoming submissive woman to him, and he end up taking advantage of her, and she would never submit to another man because she's ruined. Like, she's been in a bad relationship with a man that took her for granted, and so forth. Mm-hmm. So, on the submissive thing, I believe a woman should submit to a man, but I also believe that it should be a righteous man, a man that can lead you, teach you, and guide you. That's I always tell anyone guiding you,
That's the man you submit to.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I went on over the place.
No, I'm gonna say this. Like, I know that for me, I don't want to be with a woman that I feel like is gonna bring me down. Is not going to be appreciative of the things I do. The same should be for women. Like, you should be with somebody who's going to uplift you and move you in the right direction. You know, that's what you should seek out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, when they speak on submission, like when I hear when people bring up submission, excuse me, or submit to a man, what does that mean? That means you're under his leadership. So the man that you're submitting to, he must be a man that can lead a family, a man that's a leader, a man that can guide, a man that can teach, a man that can teach you. Because submission is when you trust him with literally your life. When you submit to someone, you submit. It's kind of like you're surrendering. You're surrendering everything to this man. So when you submit to a man, and I speak about that a lot in my group to women. When women get into a relationship with a man and you fall under submission, that man must be a man that's focused, not just a Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo. You get what I'm saying? A lot of women, and a lot of men get it twisted. A lot of men will say, "Well, she's not a submissive woman." But why would she submit to you, and you're not a leader? You're on a corner all day, slinging drugs, messing up the community. And it goes both. In a sense, it goes both ways because the man has to be a strong, masculine man.
You have to have,
I'm just saying.
There has to be a pathway for that relationship to go, and it has to be understanding of decisions and things of that nature. It doesn't mean a woman's gonna be under a guy's foot. It's just they understand that when all's said and done, this person has the best interests of both of us. You know what I'm saying? It can't be a situation where you confused and he confused. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Too many confused people together.
Yeah. And it's nothing wrong with submitting to a man. Like,
No, you go ahead.
I said, it's nothing wrong with submitting to a man. Like, we women be vulnerable. Like, we want to be vulnerable. We want to submit to our man. And when I speak for me, I'm speaking for all women because I am a woman. Like, we love that. It feels good to literally serve your man, and he's giving you that, that positive energy, and he's making you feel like a woman, and he's taking care of you, and he's loving you, and he's supporting you, and he's teaching you, he's guiding you. Any woman will love that. We love that. We want to be feminine and submissive. And, the thing is, a lot of women don't trust men, and a lot of men don't trust women. So it's going to be hard for women to find a man to submit to. It's going to be hard for a man to find a woman that's submissive.
Okay. All right. Thank you, China, with the call.
Thanks for having me.
All right. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Jaye.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to
All right,
China.
bye.
Bye. Shout out to her. Speaking on the submission piece. She makes content. To speak live to the people. We've had some very good calls, man, especially from the ladies, man. The ladies have definitely brought some very good insight to the conversation. That is actually really, really good, man. Really good insight, And shout out to the super chatters as well. Everybody's been super chatting as well. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's good, man? This is Deshaun. What's going on?
What's good, Deshaun?
Man, I just came in a little. I just came in your. What's good? You got a little delay going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard the topic. I just hopped on, and I just heard your last two female callers. Yeah, they said some real. That's some real stuff. Now, back to Fantasia. I'm not really. I saw this coming as soon as this came out. People was going to get triggered, and it's not really her message. It's more about the messenger. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just like the Jamil Hill thing and the HBCUs. She has a good message, but look who it comes from. And I don't have nothing against Fantasia. Actually, like, you know what I'm saying? I think she did her down her chick. But, you know, like the first two, like the woman who just talked to you before I called, something that she said was real. That was some real stuff. That trust factor is keeping it away. So, you know what I'm saying? That submit. I mean, yeah, I know it's women out there that do that, but you know what I'm saying? Finding one, like I tell guys, man, don't go out there searching for one. Listen, if you find, I mean, if you got one, and if she does it, good on you. But you know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and just be searching for that. You know what I'm saying? If that's in her, then she's gonna do it anyway. But like she also said, ain't no a woman. I agree with her on that. A woman ain't gonna submit to a dude that can't lead. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we do know of some females out there that don't know nothing about submission. It's all about me, this, and this. Ain't no self-respectful man is gonna want to be led by no woman either. You know what I'm saying? They gonna soon when they see that, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get on out of town, no matter how fine a woman is. And I think that's what, you know what I'm saying, that's what be going on. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I said that too. When I saw some of the comments, I'm like, you're not going to be able to get a guy who, is highly educated, makes a lot of money, who's going to have a woman leading him. That's just not going to happen,
Yeah, I mean, and I think sometimes, like, prime example, you take myself, Jay, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in a two-parent household, right? Okay. And so I saw like both sides of this. But then, like a lot of the women who I meet, and I ain't talking about women I'm just hollering at or smashing or being in a relationship. I'm talking about just women in general. A lot of these, because I'm 38, so I'm at the age group where you first starting to see a lot of single parents. A lot of these females who are raised by single mothers, they don't know nothing about that because they didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And then you also have, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of, we all have said it's a lot of feminist agenda going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting total blame on the women, because it's some messed up dudes out there too. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I get that too. But what Fantasia said was some real shit. I think a lot of people just upset at who said it because, of the stuff that Fantasia they've been through. But like what's crazy is nobody out here is perfect. I guarantee you, if somebody like Beyonce said that, it'll be a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But Beyonce ain't gonna say nothing like that, because even though Beyonce probably is like that with Jigga, her music and her music and a lot of other stuff pushes a feminist mind state. So you can't go out there and push a feminist mind state with your music. But then, you push it with your music, then go around and tell women to do this. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know at home she probably is super submissive, but if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's all the music. It's just her audience. She knows what her audience is. And that's what it is, but that's not who
she knows who her audience is.
Yeah.
That's just who her audience is. Hey, but it is what it is. I just wanted to give you that quick call, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Okay.
Till the end of this summer. One quick question, man. Hey, the Hurricane Dorian that went through, you good up there? I know you from South Carolina. You good?
Yeah, we good, man. It pretty much stayed off the coast for the most part. It did hit the coast a little bit, but it didn't do too much damage. Not like Hurricane Florence. So, yeah, I was very thankful for
cool.
that.
Because I'm from Jacksonville, so we had to deal with the same with Irma, with Matthew, and with Dorian they just went through. Yeah. And I know I got a homeboy that stay in Charleston. He said he had a few damage, but nothing that serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
I
it
just,
was.
And one last thing, man. Everybody in the Bahamas, keep their head up, man, 'cause that was ugly down there.
Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody down there is doing good, man. It's rough. I mean, they just that storm tore up the Bahamas. It's almost like it had one mission to tear up the Bahamas, and that's what it did.
Man, that's something we can talk about another day. I ain't never seen nothing like that, but I don't want to hold you up. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep them videos pushing, man. Keep the live stream pushing. I'll holler at you later.
All right, man. Cool. Thanks for the call, man. You have a good weekend.
All right, bet.
All right, shout out to him with the call, man. Another good call, man. Yeah, the Bahamas took the brunt of that hurricane, but it's just back-to-back years of hurricanes, man. It's basically become protocol here. For here, Florida, North Carolina, a little bit of Georgia. Virginia, the Caribbean areas. It's crazy. But yeah, this has been a good stream, man. I've enjoyed the participation, man. Yeah, Houston got rocked by. Didn't they get rocked by 2 hurricanes recently, right? Or just one? I know somebody mentioned flooding because I think they just had issue. Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody is staying safe and staying up. You know, this has been a very unpredictable season when it comes to storms this year and last year. It has been that way, you know. But that's it for the calls, man. But I appreciate everybody for calling in. All right. Appreciate everybody for calling in. But yeah, this topic, okay, cool, lettuce. Yeah, leave a like, people. But this is a topic that I think would bring out the participation in everybody, which is good. I love that. I think that if a woman meets a guy that she respects and she loves and she wants to be with and she submits to him, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's part of a long-term plan to be married and have a family. You recognize this guy is a true leader. He's somebody that you want to follow. He's somebody who wants to be with you. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be in that situation, you know. I see you, Miss Glitter. It's Glitter. Yeah. You gotta be cute to want to submit. Nobody want a tough. Gotta be cute. I would think so. Cute and submissive. How about that, Ms. Glitter? Okay. Let's see. All these floods, man. We've been dealing with floods for like the last year. We've been dealing with it. Okay. All right. Just making sure I don't miss any. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody had a good work week. Yeah, man, it's always good to have a problem with the same. Well, you have, Ms. Glitter? Okay. Well, I'm sure you have, because like I know there's a lot of women that can tell stories about their female friends. Like I've had females tell me stories about their female friends and the issues they go on. I see you, T Malone. What's up? And they can tell you stories about their female friends. You know, they can tell you tons of stories That's why the women I've talked to, they don't even have female friends like that, or they don't have anymore. You know, I told y'all, women don't like to be around each other like that if they don't have to be. If they don't have to be, they not gonna be around each other. They really not. So them floods are orchestrated, man. These hurricanes must be orchestrated. Back-to-back years. And they be trying to scare people in the southeast to like leave their property, leave their homes, and just, it's like, man, I ain't leaving nothing until I see a hurricane coming directly to my vicinity. I'm not going nowhere. And they be trying to, and like the Weather Channel be trying to scare people out of, you got, man, listen, man, especially where I'm here in South Carolina, we done dealt with so many hurricanes, man. It's like whatever. But again, we do go to safety, of course. But it's like they be telling dudes like, why haven't you moved from here? It's like, this is my home. Why would I move? Why would I move from a house I've lived in for 30 years or 20, 30 years or whatever? I'm not moving. Like what? Whenever there's a problem, the hurricane come, I'll just leave. But I'm coming right back and I'm gonna rebuild. So. Because, you know, I'm not the biggest conspiracy guy, but I mean, these hurricanes, man, shit, man. I mean, back-to-back years at the same time? At the same time of the year? And they be focusing deeply on South Carolina and North Carolina. They focus in on our two states. The Carolinas the most. They make it seem like it just about to get whammed by a hurricane, and it just, you know, they be man, you can't scare the people down here. They not leaving their house. They gonna rebuild. Like the one I saw, one guy on the news last year said, well, if the hurricane tears everything up, I'll just come back and rebuild like I do every time. They're not going nowhere. You can't scare them out of leaving. No matter how many hurricanes you know come through there, they're not leaving. They may leave temporarily. They're gonna come right back and they're gonna rebuild. You know. Okay, but that's pretty much it. That's all I have for this particular live stream, people. So hopefully y'all take care, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Some time off work to relax. You know, not getting in trouble, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Richard? Jaye, what's good? Late to the party. Heard some of the show. Awesome stuff. Got to listen to you. Okay, cool, Richard. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you supporting me also. Patreon as well, man. And shout out to all the patrons, man. Y'all really do help what I do, and I will be producing some original content there soon. Just give me a good week. I got some material, but it's stored on my other computer. But I will have some stuff up there just for y'all, just for me to rant, because I can't really rant on YouTube because I know how it will go. Okay, I know if I put any type of rant videos like I did in 2005, 2006, that's just not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be on YouTube. But, yeah, man, make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are in the description. And yeah, just yeah, man, y'all be good, man, and I'll see you on the next one.